On this video we're taking a look at our NBA team and total for the games that are happening on Friday, March 4, 2022. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Pittsburgh Pirates vs San Diego Padres. Our first pick is San Diego Padres for the win. San Diego posted a 9-6 win over Cincinnati in the Tuesday opener, then followed up with an 8-5 win in Game 2. On Thursday, the Padres posted 11 team hits in a 7-5 win. Starter Nick Martinez finished on 5.0 innings, 2 earned, 5 hits and 2 walks. The San Diego Padres have been an average offensive team to begin the regular season, but are dealing with injuries to some key players in the top half of their starting lineup. Despite that, they are 14th in MLB with a .696 ops, while scoring 4.42 runs per game this year. Left fielder Jurickson Profar has provided value in his last 5 games, despite the average not being there, as he is 3-for-18 with a homer and 4 RBI, while drawing 4 walks and striking out 6 times. If he can bounce back and get a few more base hits, it will really be a good sign for the San Diego offense. The Pittsburgh Pirates are an extremely young team and need to figure a way to get some critical experience with their core to continue to improve. So far this season, they are 18th in the majors with a .644 ops and scoring 3.67 runs per game as of this writing. Third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes has done extremely well in his previous 5 games, as he is 6-for-14 with no homers, an RBI, and 3 runs scored, and showing extreme patience, as he drew 8 walks to 2 strikeouts. If he can continue this stretch for more than a week, Pittsburgh will be thrilled. In another season in which the NL West looks to be one of the most competitive divisions in baseball, the Padres are looking like a serious threat to make a run towards one of the wildcard spots. It might be early, but a solid run of play of late has this group beaming with confidence, and momentum is certainly in their favor. They're coming off of a road series win against the Reds and a home series win against the Reds, with a series loss to the Dodgers, sandwiched in between. The schedule hasn't exactly been the most daunting in baseball thus far, but as long as the wins keep coming, San Diego won't be complaining. Not much has been expected of the Pirates over the last few seasons, but over the opening month of this campaign, they find themselves in 3rd place in the NL Central standings. A series loss to Milwaukee during the midweek halted momentum slightly, but this team remains dangerous. While they likely won't be a playoff contender, they have the bats and they have the arms, on the right day, to make things interesting for their opponents, which is exactly what they'll be looking to do on Friday in the series opener. Sitting at .500 at home, Pittsburgh is hoping that the weekend crowd will help push home the upset and set the tone for the weekend. Our second parlay pick is over 7.5 runs. And here is why. The Pirates will lean on Zach Thompson to set the tone on Friday night, which could be a tough ask for the righty. He comes into the weekend series sporting an 0-2 record and 10.80 ERA, and has allowed 10 earned runs in his last 6 innings of work between 2 games. Even with the injuries in the San Diego lineup, he could be hard-pressed to change his fortunes against their elusive lineup. One piece of good news for Pittsburgh this season has been their ability to find some offensive consistency. For a team that spent much of the last few seasons near the basement of baseball in every offensive category, the Pirates now rank 19th in scoring and 13th in average. The strikeout rate continues to be a concern, which could certainly haunt the on Friday night, and the lack of power could make things tough as well though. Miami Marlins vs Seattle Mariners. Our first pick is Mariners for the win. And here is why. I like the Mariners in this matchup. Seattle is 4th in home runs per game and are going up against a pitcher that has allowed 6 home runs already in just 15 innings of work. Seattle is off to a fast start and were slowed down by the Rays in 2 close 1-run games. The Marlins come in with 5 straight wins and 7-3 in their last 10 games, but will have to outscore Seattle to win this game. Brash has pitched effectively in 2 of his 3 starts and will have to throw strikes against the selective Marlins lineup. I like Seattle in this game with a stronger 1-9 lineup and a slight edge in the pitching matchup. The Seattle Mariners were cooled slightly after 2 straight losses in Tampa Bay, but still sit at 11-8 and in 1st place in the AL West at this point of the season. The Mariners are also 7-3 in their last 10 games. On Thursday afternoon, the Mariners fell to the Rays 2-1. The game was decided when a bouncing grounder struck pitcher Chris Flexen's leg in the 7th inning, leading to the go-ahead run for the Rays. It wasn't supposed to start like this for the Miami Marlins, particularly in a division that appears to be much stronger than last season. However, here the Marlins sit at 10-8 and alone in second place in the NL East division, just 3 games behind the red-hot Mets. Miami has won 5 straight games and 3 out of their last 4 series. On Thursday afternoon, the Marlins finished a 3-game sweep of the Washington Nationals on the road, 3-2. The Marlins got the win behind starter Trevor Rogers. The left-hander went 6 innings and allowed just 1 run before handing it over to the Marlins bullpen that made the Reds stand up. Rogers has noticed a different attitude on the team so far this season after last season's 67-win campaign. Seattle is coming off of a series with the Rays where they outscored Tampa Bay by 2 runs but lost 2 of the 3 games. Most recently, it was a 2-1 loss yesterday where they were only able to muster up 6 hits. The M's were plus 140 underdogs in the matchup and the total went under the 8-run mark set by the odds makers. The lone run came in the first inning when Eugenio Suarez hit an RBI triple and scored Adam Frazier. Chris Flexen took the loss despite earning a quality start over 6.2 innings pitched and allowing just 2 runs. Miami has won 2 straight series, most recently a 3-game sweep over the Nationals in the nation's capital. They cashed as minus 140 favorites yesterday in a 3-2 final score where the total failed to clear the 7.5-run mark. John Birdie opened up the scoring for the Fish when he hit a 1-run double in the 3rd. Jesus Sanchez added an RBI single in the 7th while Miguel Rojas scored on a wild pitch in the same inning. Trevor Rogers started for the Marlins, throwing 6.0 innings and allowing just a single run on a pair of hits. Cole Sulser earned the save by pitching the final 1.1 innings. Our second pick is over 7.5 runs. And here is why. I get the reasoning for backing either team here, as the Mariners have been playing some solid ball lately and the Marlins have been on a tear, but we have to see if it's sustainable against teams not named the Washington Nationals. Instead, I'm going to side with the over here. Both starters, Brash and Hernandez, can be hit and hit hard at that, though we've seen it more from the latter early on this season, and I see this as a 5-4 game at the very least. The Mariners have been one of the best run-producing teams in baseball this season, averaging 4.8 runs per game. They are tied for 4th in MLB in home runs per game and 13th in batting average. The newest additions, Suarez and left fielder Jess Winker, have been slow to get going, but the Mariners have shown depth throughout the lineup. On Friday night, Matt Brash will make his 4th start of the season. Brash has gone 1-1 on the season and has thrown 15 innings and allowed 11 hits thus far this season. He has struck out 13 batters but walked an alarming 11 in just 3 starts. The Mariners have also scored 22 runs in his 3 starts and are 2-1 when Brash pitches. Brash has never faced the Marlins in his career. Baltimore Orioles vs Boston Red Sox. Our first pick is Baltimore Orioles for the win. And here is why. Rich Hill looked shaky through his first 13 innings, allowing 15 hits and 7 runs, while walking 6 and striking out 7. Threw in the Red Sox lack of consistent offense, and they're not very attractive here in the favorite role. Yes, the Baltimore Orioles have their own problems, but the offense has been decent this season, and Watkins has allowed just 4 earned runs in his first 13 innings. Boston got a well-pitched contest, but they were unable to generate any offensive production as they lost 3 of the 4 games in the set against Toronto. The Red Sox entered Thursday night 4th in the AL East, 5.5 games behind the Yankees for the division lead. In Thursday's game, Boston finished with just 4 hits as no player had more than 1. Enrique Hernandez had the lone extra base hit, a double, and the team was 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Garrett Whitlock, 1-1, was the hard luck loser on the mound as he allowed 1 run, none earned, on 4 hits with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts over 3 innings of work. Baltimore dropped their 4th straight game as they were knocked off on the road by the Bronx Bombers Thursday afternoon, completing a sweep. The Orioles entered Thursday night in the basement of the AL East, 7 games behind the Yankees for the top spot. Against New York Thursday, Baltimore led 2-0 after 4.5 innings before giving up 10 unanswered runs. They scored 3 in the 9th, but that proved to be too little, too late. Austin Hayes, run, RBI, had 4 hits to lead Baltimore, while Round Oder, run, RBI, added 3 as part of a 14-hit attack in a losing effort. Bruce Zimmerman, 1-1, took the loss as he allowed 4 runs, none earned, on 5 hits with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. Baltimore committed 5 errors, leading to 6 unearned runs in the contest. The Boston Red Sox are looking to improve offensively after a lackluster start at the plate this season. The Red Sox are currently 21st in MLB with a .633 OPS as a team and have scored 3.53 runs per game thus far. For starters, the Sox need some better production out of their newly acquired second baseman Trevor Story, as he is 13 for 55 with no homers and 5 RBI, while drawing 4 walks and striking out 18 times. He needs to correct his slow start if Boston wants to be competitive in this game and the future. The Baltimore Orioles are trying to take that next step as a franchise after years of being basement dwellers in the American League. This lineup has struggled brutally in the early portion of this season, as their .599 ops is the fourth lowest in MLB. Right fielder Anthony Santander has played well this year as he is currently 14 for 58 with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs, while drawing 14 walks and 16 strikeouts, as well as being caught stealing in his only attempt. He faced the Red Sox in 11 games last season and finished with a decent .244 batting average with a home run, 6 RBI, and 4 runs scored. He needs to continue to develop as a hitter for Baltimore to thrive in the not-so-distant future. Our second pick is under 8.5 runs. And here is why. The Boston Red Sox have scored 12 runs in their last 3 games and 3 or fewer runs in 6 of their last 9 games. The Red Sox have lost 6 straight games when scoring 3 or fewer runs. Xander Bogaerts leads the Red Sox with 29 hits and 8 RBI, while Rafael Devers and Alex Verdugo have combined for 41. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.